Alright, windows up on both sides, guys. Get ready to get rolling here. I'm gonna hop back in my car and we can get ready to get going. Alright guys, let's get going. Parking brakes off here, down in manual mode. You can follow me on out to the track. Alright guys, warm-up session this morning. Main goal here is just getting back acclimated to the racetrack. I'm not trying to do anything crazy here. Also, first thing on the track this morning, tires are going to be cold. Let's be smooth. We'll do a couple of warm-up laps here to start with, and we get going from there. Alright, so as we're getting ready to roll on track, just make sure you're all the way down in manual mode, and I will be going over the shift points with you guys. So let's go ahead and get rolling. And as we get going, we'll get up to third gear here. Everybody back there at automatics, and you guys can kind of round the corner. I'll wait for you here. We'll stay together as a group. Everybody in automatics, all you guys' shift points are going to be the same. So we'll kind of stay together here nice and easy as we head down the front stretch the first time. So normally, you'd be shifting up to fourth gear here, and then up to fifth gear. And I want you guys to go ahead and do it, even though we're kind of cruising here on this first lap, just so you guys can get a better idea of the shift point. As we head down into turn one, you'll brake, and we'll go back down to fourth gear. And so, John, we're looking out the right-hand side window there. I'm going to go into turn one again. I'm still taking it kind of easy here, guys. And you guys want to get in the throttle a little bit more back there, Bob, you and Sonny, we can get caught back up. Again, we're just doing a warm-up lap here to start with. Down through turn two, still in fourth gear. And then up to fifth gear, here as we head up into turn three. Now, normally we're braking right around that number 4 marker, but it's kind of based on our speed. Back down to fourth gear, looking to the right-hand side. And as we clip our apex there, now we're unwinding the wheel back to the left-hand side, leaving it in fourth gear. So I see you guys heading into turn 3. Remember, we're doing a downshift to fourth gear there. Now we're braking here for turn number 4. We'll go down to third gear. They go nice and wide, looking left. Really hook that thing down in there right towards that apex, nice and close to that curving. Now straighten it back up, good. As we get down the inside straightaway up to fourth gear. Now braking very lightly. And back down to third. I see you back there, Bob. Just remember, that turn into the corner quite as early is when I felt like you were running a little wide coming off of that one. Kind of get right at that apex cone. That's what shut you out wide. Down through the curvings here, still third gear all the way through this section. And now down through turn 8, light clip of the curve, letting it run nice and wide. And right back down to the inside. Middle of the track, looking left. Now keep it out wide to the left. Really pay attention to this turn and jump before we turn the wheel down into turn 10. It's going to turn a little bit sharper there, John. Straighten it up, should be full throttle. And then we'll go up to fourth gear. So Mike, remember, unwind the wheel when we come out of there. Don't just kind of stay down there on the inside. Got to unwind that wheel. And then Bob, just not really turning the wheel enough there. I want you to really point that car a little bit more. So back down to fourth gear here, John. Just going to turn the wheel a little sharper there for me, Bob. When you first turn in, I want you to really commit pointing that thing down towards the inside of the track. Cross that curve to the right-hand side here through turn 2 and carry a little more speed through there, John. Get it back over to the left. Yeah, running to the outside a little too wide there. I want you kind of down the middle of the track, pointing it at that number 1 sign rather than riding the outside the entire time. Back down to 4th gear, into the right, rolling into the throttle. Let's carry speed out of the corner. Let's get back in it. Then back over to the right-hand side. Yeah, get to the outside a little too soon there. I want you to be a little more deliberate as we turn the wheel. Don't just let the car beat you around. Remember, you're the one driving it. You should be telling it where you want it to go. Back to the outside. Good. 3rd gear here. As we clip the curb, good, throttle there, straighten it back up. That's good, nice looking corner there. Much better back there, Mike, that looks a lot better. We'll be able to have things straightened up on the way out of the corner, that's good. 4th gear, and then we'll go back down to 3rd here as we brake for turn 6. Keeping it back to the left-hand side. And Bob, keep running your own pace back there. We're going to gather up on the front straightaway this time. We're going to do a rotation. So through the curves here, we can be a little more aggressive through that first one there, John. We're going to carry a little more speed, because by the time we get through those 2nd and 3rd ones, now we're kind of cruising. Notice I hit that first one, let it run wide. Bring it right back down to the inside here. Middle of the track, now working it back to the left. Good. Yeah. On the brace here. Looking to the right, really get it pointed. Now we're straightening it back up. There you go, good. Nice job. All right, so pull over to the right-hand side. And Mike, we're slowing down way too much, and we're hugging that corner way too tight. We'll work on that when I get you up here behind me. Mike, I want you to pull up behind me. Go ahead and pass John. And Bob, kind of the same thing. We're not really slowing down going in. You're slowing down on the way out of the corner. That's like the opposite of the thing we want to do. We're going to work on that. I'm going to rotate all you guys through here. We're going to get warmed up this morning. John, drive to the back of the group. You're going to fall behind Sonny in that gray 49.
Going to install our SD cards.
Yeah, we tried to do that before we got going here. Don't really worry about it. You got 3 more sessions today. I wouldn't be worried about that. This is a warm-up session anyway. You're going to be going a lot faster later in the day. I think it's going to be a little more exciting. Let's get across that curve to the inside here, Mike. Let's get focused. 4th gear. Yeah, we carry a lot more speed down here through turn 2. We're lifting out of the throttle and kind of braking through there, and we really ought to be in the gas. Get it back to the left-hand side. Now brake it back down to 4th gear. On the curve, good. Straighten it back up to the left-hand side. Nicely done. Now bring it back to the right. The line right there, Mike, was really good. I just want you to be a little more aggressive in the throttle. On the brace here, 3rd gear. Down to the inside. You got to turn in just a little earlier. I liked our line out of this one a little better last lap. So as we clip it, let it straighten back up, and we ought to be in the gas hard. All the way in it right there. Good. 4th gear. Stay in it. Big straightaway here. Let's brake to 3 just so you can feel comfortable. Nice and light. Okay, back down to 3rd gear. That's way better. Got a good run out of the corner that time. Over to the left now. Keep it to the left. Good. Now drive it in here through this first one. You see we just barely on the brake there. Yeah, just got to get it turned in there a little bit sooner. And bring it back to the right. Up on the curb. Good. Now straighten it back out to the left. Yeah, still turn it a little bit more on the way out of the corner. That tells me we're not turning it enough. And don't slow it down quite as much through this one. Now look, we have a slower car in front of us, but we're going to really work on this through turn 10. Look, watch the line, because this is actually going to help. I want you to slow down here, Mike. Watch what I do here. I'm staying out wide, but now watch this turn-in point. I get right down to here, and then, Mike, you're holding it down there. Look at where I'm at. I'm really letting this thing straighten out all the way down that straightaway. Hey, Bob, come on up. We'll get caught up here, guys, and we'll kind of keep it moving. Let's all pass this group over there on the right-hand side, and we'll keep taking down the front stretch. Let's go back up to 4th gear here, Mike. We're braking down here at the 2, and now we're looking at that right-hand side here, Mike. So 4th gear. As we clip it, let's get back in it a little harder. So I want you to carry a little more speed with me here through turn 2. Notice there's no brake lights on my car right here. All I'm doing is turning the wheel. Give that car a little bit of credit for some handling there. Now stay in the gas. Right there. Good. Bring it back to the left. And now we're braking there. Nice and easy. just balanced. Looking to the right-hand side. Right across the curb. Yeah, we turned it pretty early and we didn't really use the brakes to balance. That's why I shot you out a little wide, kind of a bad angle there. Back to the right. But we can't turn it early, because when we get down to the curve, that car's going to be pointed out wide. Third gear. Now back to the outside. On the curve. It's straighten it back out. Braking here at the 2. And now we're looking at that left-hand side. Back down to third. There you go. I really want to work on the line through here a little bit. Let's get it up on the curve. And then back to the left. There you go. Much more accurate there, Mike. Much better. Curve there. Straightening it back up. Good. Follow me through turn 8. Touch this first one, but just kind of keep turning. Let the thing rotate nice and wide. Good. Middle of the track. Now bring it back to the left. Good. As we're setting up wide here, but we're kind of running up on this other group going through turn 10. But again, really pay attention to the line here when we start going a little faster here, Mike. Again, what you kept doing is braking more as you were getting down there to that curb. That's why I felt like you were kind of hugging that curb the whole time. Let's go ahead and go by, Mike. I'm going to give you one more lap. We're trying to get run up on a couple other groups here. Looks like we got a little more room now. Let's go get going. Let's go to fourth gear. So we get a good drive down into turn 1 here. We'll brake at the 4. Fourth gear, and we're looking out that right-hand side. Straighten it back up to the left. There you go, very nice. Now stay in the throttle with me. Again, I want you accelerating out of the corners a little bit more here, Mike. That's going to help you straighten the wheel up. Bring it back to the left. We're kind of aiming at that number 1 sign up there. That's good. On the brakes. Fourth gear, looking right. Notice I dragged that brake a little bit there to help it turn good. Now back in the throttle there. Start straightening it back up to the left. Much better looking corner there. Over to the right now. Braking at the 2, lightly. Back over to the left. Got to unwind the wheel back there, Sonny. We're kind of running down the middle of the track. Remember, we're using the edges. Third gear through here. Yeah, turn in a little early there. You notice how you're still turning? Kind of ran up on the way on that curve on the way out a little bit. A little better angle going in. Stay wider at first and then just turn a little sharper. Back down to third gear as we start to brake here for turn 6, the end of the straightaway. Keep it to the left. Over to the left-hand side here and then back to the right. Really work on that hand position there for me, guys. I think we're getting a little hand shuffle going on the wheel. Remember, 9 and 3 is going to be the best place to hold that wheel. Give you the most control. All right, we're going to really be able to work on this here, Mike. Middle of the track, now we're going to bring it back to the left-hand side. Keep it over there wide left. On the brakes, looking right. Turning very sharp. And don't be braking as we're getting there. Be accelerating as we get to the A-back. Straighten it back up. Much, much cleaner. Nice job. So, Mike, pull to the right. Mike, I'm going to have you drop behind that blue 62 when he comes by. So, John, as you get caught up there. So, John, stay in the throttle there. You pull up behind that car in front of you. And then, Mike, you're going to drop in behind John there. Well, let's keep it moving. So, Bob, fourth gear. So as we clip the apex back in the throttle there, straightening the wheel back up. Bring it down through turn 2 over to the right. Still in the throttle here. Yeah, all the way in it. Now as we brake, fourth gear, and we're looking at that right-hand side. Still on the brakes, turning the wheel sharper, right down to the bottom. Good, roll back in it. Back to the outside. Now bring it back to the right. There you go, don't have to do it quite as quick there, Sonny. Lightly braking. Into the left. Yeah, turn in a little late there, Bob. Keep those eyes moving. And then, Sonny, kind of a bad line going in there. Yeah, same thing, Bob. We're turning in early, and we're turning more on the way out of the corner. That's what's slowing you down, so I'm pulling away from you. I want you to get it in there right down on top of the apex, come out of the corner a little straighter. Light braking gear. Third gear as we into the straightaway here over to the left. There you go, Bob. That's it. Now bring it back to the right. Up on the curb. Get those eyes moving, looking through the corners. Up on the curb there. Yeah, still a little lazy there turning the wheel. It's not turning enough. I want you to really cut the thing down to the inside. Be a little more deliberate there as we point the car through the corner. Yeah, we're a little wide there. I like to see you just brushing that curve. Back to the left now. Out nice and wide. Looking back to the right. Get those eyes to the right here. As we turn in for turn 10, start straightening it back up. Yeah, same thing. Just didn't turn it off, so now you're braking on the way out of the corner. Let's get back in at fourth gear. And then up to fifth. And now we're braking. Back down to fourth. Look out that right-hand side. Balancing the car as I turn in. And I'm back to the throttle, smooth, and all the way on it. Little lift here at the turn 2. Now watch where I point the car. It's right towards that number 1 sign. You'll see me just barely braking as I get to the 4. Down to fourth gear, and we're looking to the right. Straighten it back up to the left-hand side there, Bob. You as well, Sonny. There you go. It's using more of the track. That's better. It needs to be a little smoother. I know you're a little hesitant right now, but it's better. Down to third gear here. Back to the outside on the brakes. Get it slowed down. Get tight to the left. And now we'll straighten it back up to the outside. Yeah, so Sonny, that's got to be a little smoother. As you're in the throttle, we're straightening it back up. Braking down here at the end of the straightaway. Down to third gear. There you go. Let's carry a little more speed here through the S's up on the curb. Back to the outside there, right? Kind of finding it up there a little bit. Back to the left here. Here we go. Let's carry a little more speed through that corner there. Over to the left. On the brakes. Remember, here's the idea here, Bob. Look, I stay out real wide and turn it sharper, then I'll be able to straighten it back up. There you go. It's better. So, Bob, as we go by this group, I'm going to have you pull over to the right-hand side as we pass them. And now, Sonny, come on up. And, Bob, you're going to drop to the back there. You're going to drop behind the red 95 car. And we're going to keep moving here, guys, up to fourth gear. So, braking down here for turn 1. Looking to the right. Back in the throttle. There you go, it's looking good there, Sonny. Decent speed there through turn 2. Staying in the throttle up the hill. And now we're braking nice and easy, looking at that right-hand side. And don't want to turn in too early. Notice I'm still dragging a little bit of brake there as I get it down to the bottom. Now I'm rolling back in it. Bring it back over to the right. I'm braking nice and easy there at the 2. Bringing it tight to the left. Yeah, I turned it a little too late there, sorry. Third gear here. Down to third. As we clip that curb, we want to be straightening the wheel up. Yeah, we're still turning in early and flat. I'm seeing you guys still turning as you're coming out of the corner. I want you straightening the wheel back up that way. Kind of the same thing back there, John. We turn in early, we don't turn it up. And then when we get to the outside of the track, we get to turn more. Really slowing you up. On the way out of the corner, if we're turning more, we're slowing down. Back to the left here. Now back to the right. Let's get in the throttle there as we come up out of the corner. There was some balancing with the brake, allowing that car to rotate around the corner, middle of the track, now bring it back to the left. Good. Set up wide here, Sonny. Third gear, looking right, turn it sharp. Yeah, just not braking really. I want you to brake a little bit there. It's going to help you tighten up to the apex. Full throttle here. We'll go fourth gear up to fifth. Balance down to the apex here in turn one. Down to the inside. And all the way in it right there. Let's get it back over to the left-hand side. Should be fifth gear, and then we'll brake, go back down to fourth. Looking at that right-hand side. Get down to the bottom. Good. Rolling back in it here. Now back over to the right. Braking there to 2. Looking through to the left-hand side. Now see you back there, John. Keep her in your own face here. We're still turning in really late there, Sonny. After the inside, turn sharper. Yeah, I'm just not seeing the wheel move a lot. It's like you get to a certain point, you're kind of leaving it there, Sonny. But I want you to turn it a little more, being pointed. We'll start slowing it down here. The inside straightaway. We'll start gathering back up here, Sonny. So we're going to kind of chill out as we go through the S's. We're going to let the group get back gathered up, and we're going to come on in this lap. So I'll see you guys back there. We're just going to be chilling here as we go through the S's. And we'll put our blinkers on, and we'll exit the racetrack this time. So blinkers on here, guys, as he getting gathered up a little bit. We'll bring it on down pit road here. So Bob, I see you back there. You see us pulling off the racetrack here. Just get that blinker on. We'll head on down track exit and across the paddock. All right, warm-up session. Accomplished what we needed to. You guys back acclimated to the track. Making some mistakes.